Hello and welcome to week 1 of the Blessed Isles broadcast. I am Darren Mark Hameswin here with B Potts, and we are excited to cast your games today.
Yes, hello, Mark. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm excited to cast 3 games in the Get Wrecked Diamond division tonight.
Yeah, so we do have 3 games. The first game is going to be No Name 5 versus Goliath Esports Armor. The second game is going to be Sensei Squad Diamond versus Team Crux. And the third game is going to be MSUJV versus EXT. Now, let's get right into our first game of the day because I do not know either of these teams right now. It's going to be No Name 5 versus Goliath Esports Armor. And here we go. On the blue side, we have No Name 5. In the top lane, we have Stellan Crow, 0-1 on the Ornn. In the jungle, we have IKB42 on Trundle. In the mid lane, we have Blue on Oriana. In the bot lane, we have Half Korean and Raspek on Vayne and Janna.
All right, and on the red side, we have Goliath Esports Armored. In the top lane, it's Aluodi on the Maokai. I think that's H. Koris on Nunu in the jungle. Kia Light 09 playing Kassadin. Goda Cake at the 80 carry position playing Kaisa. And Kyo Hime, I think how you say it, on Karma in the support position.
Kyo Hime? Yeah, we'll go with Kyo Hime for the stream. And I don't know, HCO Riss seems a little bit weird. H. Koris? H. Koris, maybe?
H. Koris, maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe like the first 3 letters are like a chemical, like HCO, and he wants us to say the name of the chemical, whatever that is. What would HCO be? Hydrogen.
I am not sure.
Carbon something acid?
Oxygen? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we see some 5 points from either team right now. Award's going to be laid out by Key of Flight 09, but it seems like standard starts from the junglers. Both of them starting bot side, so top side might get an early gank. However, we do have some beefy boys in the top lane, so not really sure how optimal that is, but it could be the classic full clear bot side, but it looks like IKB42 is going to opt to go from red to blue buff to Gromp, a very classic path in the modern day, but we can see that H Koris, I don't know. He goes from blue buff to Gromp.
Yes, I'm definitely excited to see what looks like is going to be the wet noodle fight in the top line there, the Maokai versus the Ornn. I think there's going to be a lot of action, but I don't think there's going to be that many kills, just a lot of trading going on up there.
Yeah, just some light trading, but Ornn has hit level 2 first. It's going to be a pretty favorable trade for him, but he doesn't get the brittle proc off. Aluodi trading back a little bit, but he goes low. Might be the solo kill, but forces the flash pretty early in the game.
Yes, forcing the flash out of there. He may have to TP back to lane as well, so that'll be both sums out of Aluodi early on, not even 3 minutes yet into the game.
Yeah, and that wave's going to be crashing into him, and he's kind of stuck under turret for quite a bit. And it seems like IKB42 is going to do some aggressive counter jungling because he knows that Aluodi is going to be pinned to this tower as HCO Riss moves towards the top side of the map.
Yes, they may even set up for the dive. I'm not sure, but as you said, IKB definitely farming early in the jungle of HCO Riss.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going for the gank towards the mid lane, but actually hits the wall, and that's got to feel pretty bad, but he's coming in anyway. It does not matter. He wants this one, and he wants it bad. Blue flashes in. He's looking for the turret dive right here. Throws the ignite and finds the first blood. Will he get the return kill, though? HCO Rish chasing into him. The pillar comes out. An excellent flash from IKB42 is going to keep his mid laner alive.
Yes, great awareness from IKB there, coming down from the Grugs to assist Blue in the fight there. Flashing in there, getting the QW and then the Ignite, taking down Key of Light. It looks like he's teleported back to lane as well.
Yeah, things are looking pretty nice at this stage of the game. It's a 700 gold lead in favor of No Name 5. Things are still very early, and the scaling comp of Goliath Esports Armor is going to do them nicely if they can manage to survive this laning phase.
Yes, definitely. They just have to play as safe as possible right now. They have the Kaisa and the Kassadin, which are both very great late game champions. So if they're able to just keep themselves in it going into late game, I think they have a great chance to win it.
And here they are doing more than just waiting out the early game. They are making plays, and HCO finds an excellent gank in the top lane and picks up his first kill of the game.
Yes, right after they saw the first blood, they wanted in on the action as well, so they sent HCORIS up to the top lane on the Nunu. Definitely a great ganking champion, and he took down Castellian Crow 0-1 there. He's teleporting back to lane now as well.
And we see IKB42 waiting in this bush right here, and now is the time to strike. Throws out the pillar, but blue doesn't have enough follow-up CC to make this work. But he goes low under turret, pops the corrupting potion. Will they look for the dive? They cannot. IKB42 forced to back away.
Yes, he just got out of that. He doesn't have teleport though, so it's going to be a long walk back to the mid lane if blue wants to push this and reset. It looks like the bot lane as well has been pushing in for GEA.
Yeah, but Alioti doesn't have flash. Keep this in mind as Castellan Crow goes in pretty aggressively. He might just find the solo kill. It's knocked back by the bramble roots, and Alioti forced to take an early recall as Castellan Crow sends him back to base.
Yes, now that gold lead going back up to 800 gold now. Definitely a lot of trading going on in this early game. We thought it was going to be a wet noodle fight, but there's already been 2 deaths up there.
Yeah, Orin is one of the higher base damage tanks, right? So it makes sense that he is going to be able to potentially solo kill other tanks if they are not playing the matchup as safe as possible. And now we can see Nunu coming in for a gank towards the bot lane. The Tornado is not going to do anything as Korea throws out the Condemn, but she's just going to get taken down anyway, and another kill traded back to Goliath Esports Armored.
Yes, the Ignite there from Karma and then the 4th auto there for Kaisa, definitely enough to get the kill onto half Korean. Some more trading up in the top lane. Castellan Crow almost gets a plate there, but I think he's going to reset with that.
Yeah, so now that we're looking towards the bot side, this is a very interesting set of champions we have. It's not exactly what we typically see in the meta of the Senna, Philios, Zaya. Which one am I missing?
Misfortune.
Yeah, those are like the big 4 right now. And then the supports we're typically seeing like the Nautilus, Leona, Braum trifecta. So this is really weird seeing a Janna, a Karma, and then a Vayne. Kai'Sa's not that weird, but this isn't your normal subset of champions.
Yes, generally a lot of peeling supports and tanky engaged supports, as you said, like the Nautilus and the Leona. But instead this game we're seeing a Janna and a Karma.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how these champions work out for, these players. I'm sure it's a comfort pick for them, otherwise they wouldn't be picking it. But it's nice that we can get to see some variety in these games. I believe yesterday we saw quite some variety in the Shadow Isles Conference as we saw, a Volibear support with a Yasuo ADC. The rest was just Nautilus, Leona, I think, and Braum.
Another thing to point out too, after that gank in the bot lane, HCORIS got the Ocean Dragon on the bot side as well. Looks like he's going to be going mid, but there's another fight up in the top lane.
Yeah, but Orianna might have stepped up too far right here. Here comes the biggest snowball ever, looking for the knockoff. Will connect. Key of Light and Nunu go ahead and eat the shockwave, but a big absolute zero is going to finish this one off as Key of Flight is on the board.
Yes, IKB just backs off there. He realizes it's going to be a lost fight, and he just gets out of there before he gets hit by the Nunu ult. Castellan Crow, though, throwing in the Ornn ult, looking for damage there.
Yeah, just a little bit of damage, but now that cooldown is gonna... it's a pretty long cooldown early in the game. That's kind of weird, but maybe it was a miscommunication from his team.
Castellan Crow definitely dominating this top lane. He's up nearly 20 farm on the Maokai, and he has a kill to his name as well. So he's definitely going to be looking to push in that top tower and see what he can do in other places in the map.
Ooh, some nice poke damage landing onto the bot lane of No Name 5, but things are going pretty even now at this stage in the game. There's one Ocean Dragon in favor, but the biggest snowball ever is going to land onto Castellan Crow. He's looking for the kill now. He doesn't have flash or the ultimate that he just used earlier, and he might just go down. Here comes the Trundle for the counter gank, but he is too little too late as he throws up the pillar, but he wants some more. IKB42 goes in pretty aggressively. He thinks he can take this one 1v2, but he's going to have to go ahead and back away.
Orianna posturing up to the top lane as well, but I don't think there was going to be much that IKB is going to do there. He's not even level 6 yet on the Trundle. Nunu just being so active in the early game, getting himself to an 0 and helping the mid and bot lane get kills as well.
Yeah, and he has a 2-level lead ahead of his jungle counterpart at this stage in the game, and that's just the Nunu versus Trundle matchup if you're trying to be so active on Trundle. Now this at this point in the meta. Junglers are typically more ganking junglers than farming junglers, but Nunu is just one of those that can do it all. And here he goes again. Blue looking to get knocked up, going to fall very soon as the flash comes in. Shockwave right here. He's looking for the outplay, but he cannot. HCORIS is on a killing spree.
Yes, this is definitely a scary sight for No Name 5. As we said, the comp for Goliath Esports Armored is designed for late game. They're supposed to just ride the early game out, not try and do much. But if they're coming out of the early game with 1,000 gold lead, like, it's going to be scary what the Caston and the Kai'Sa are going to be able to do.
So now that they are having this early game lead, like you said, we can see that those tiers are being stacked on both Caston and the Kai'Sa. And those power spikes are going to end up being around the same time. Now you're going to want a little bit more time to have the Caston come online, because it looks like he's going for the Roa build. If not Roa, then some other catalyst item that is very nicely scaling as well. So time is the name of the game for the Goliath Esports Armored squad.
Yes, Castellan Crow and Aluodi just trading up there. Castellan Crow's got more than a 30 farm lead and a level, or he did have a level up on Aluodi, so there's not much he can do up in this top lane. He's going to have to wait for another Nunu gank to be able to go in on anything.
We can see that there's about a 1k gold lead in favor of Goliath Esports Armored, but across the board, they're losing in both solo lanes in terms of farm. So look at the bot lane, though. That's quite the CS lead in favor of Goaty Cake. Has to feel pretty nice for that ADC, and I'm sure the rest of the gold is actually going to be on the jungle difference right here. It's about 900 gold in favor of HCORIS because of his activity in the early game. And here he comes again. Biggest snowball ever, going to connect, lands the knockup, has the shockwave. The key of light might just go down. The ignite comes out. Blue about to return the kill, but Kyohime jumps in. HCORIS actually going to go on a rampage as the support of the Goliath Esports Armored squad saves his mid laner.
Yes, he in fact flashed to get closer to Key of Light there in order to apply the shield. Now it's going to be the ults traded in the top lane, however.
Yeah, but who will get the kill? Oh my goodness, he's here again! Nunu is everywhere, and Aluodi picks up the kill onto Castellan Crow.
Nearly every lane we focus in on, Nunu's there in the next 30 seconds. He's taking his gold lead, and he's doing so much with it. He's visited every single lane now, and he's going for the Rift Herald. He's got the Ocean Dragon, and he's making his presence felt on the map.
Key of Light gonna have to use the Rift Walk to try to get away after the pillar has been thrown, but Kyohime wants something. The Tornado's gonna have them back away, but HCORIS playing absolutely insane in this early game, and he still has a 2-level lead on his counterpart.
Yes, it looks like Ornn was supposed to win the matchup, but he's 1-3 right now. Aluodi just got 2 plates up there, and he's gonna get the reset. He's still winning in a bit of farm, but I think the gold should be about even.
And this game just isn't completely over for No Name 5. It just is going to be really hard, as there's a very tanky Nunu on their side, but IKB42 with his ultimate can reduce some of those resistances, and they do have a fantastic tank buster in the form of half Korea. Now Raspy running for his life, gonna land Tornado onto 2. The biggest snowball ever being channeled, and he might look for something here. He's looking for IKB, but he's too far under the turret to follow up. Now gonna try to bully out his Raptors camp right here. Just takes it so quickly with that consume.
Yes, the gold lead now going to about, I think it's about 1.7 or 2.7k right now, so it's definitely not out of reach for No Name 5, but they're going to have to do some work and claw back into this one if they're going to want to take down Kai'Sa or Cassidy.
It's quite surprising that, oh my goodness, he's everywhere, and he's farming so fast as well, but it's quite surprising that HCORIS on the Cinderhulk jungle is performing so well, because this isn't the new patch yet, so the Cinderhulk changes has not gone through, so they aren't as strong on this patch as they're going to be in future patches. Typically in the jungle right now, you'll see a lot of early game ganking junglers, and Nunu's kind of there, but Nunu does pretty well with items too, so once you get him scaling a little bit, then that's kind of what he wants. So Nunu in the meta, I guess, is a good matchup into Trundle, because Trundle is one of those slower junglers and allows Nunu to farm a little bit.
100% kill participation on the Nunu now. He's been so active. He's still keeping up with farm, in comparison to IKB, and he's been to every single lane. IKB hasn't participated in a single kill yet, and so it's going to be interesting to see if HCORIS is going to continue this and just, no pun intended, snowball the game with his team, or if IKB is going to get active.
So some vision spotted out in the top side of the map, but now they know where the jungler is. Key of Light gonna go ahead and use the Rift Walk to get away, and after this stage in the game, the Caston is just way too hard to gank. He has access to his ultimate, and he's actually about to get level 11, and that's is that make the Rift Walk shorter cooldown or cost less mana, or do you know, Brady?
I am not 100% sure, actually. I know there is an upgrade. I'm not sure what it is, though. But it's definitely, either way, it's going to make him more slippery and harder to kill.
Alright, and now we can see that Cake and Kiyohime are pushing in the bot side. Some nice poke damage coming down from the Karma, but Stellan Aluoti just going to do some light trading in the top side as Aluoti picks up a full minion wave right now. Has completed the Spirit of Visage, actually, not finishing out his boots. We can see that Stellan Crow opted for the Abyssal Mask, which is going to cost a little bit less, so he has time to get the Merc Treads and actually the Ruby Crystal as well.
A lot of MR definitely coming in from Stellan Crow, especially with that Caston and that Nunu coming in. Kai'Sa as well hybrid, so MR is going to be a big focal point this game. And Kai'Sa has expanded the bot lane, the lead in the bot lane, up a kill already, and is up about 23 farm as well, getting plates on the tower as well. So she's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the late game.
It's been a pretty silent story so far for Cake, slowly building up the CS lead, actually having a 150 gold bounty at this point in the game. Pretty much just off of the one kill and then some nice farm lead, but oh, that's interesting. She went the X-Tech GLP on Orianna. I don't think I've seen that before other than on Power of Evil, maybe?
Yeah, no, I've started to pick up Orianna as of late. I've watched guides and all that, and they've never said to pick up the GLP first. It's going to be interesting to see how she uses that to try. Maybe just like a slow on the Kassadin or something like that, so she can be able to secure the shockwave, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, the Hextech GLP could be pretty nice in teamfights, but typically you'll see the GLP be used in conjunction with the Glacial Augment Root to allow. Oh, here comes Half Korean. Lands the Condemn, actually, and he's taking a lot of damage. Kiyohime going in. The ultimate coming out from Respect right here, but Cake finishes the kill onto him, and they find the support kill on the other side, though. TP coming out. HCORIS is on the run. Here comes the Ornhorn, gonna knock up one, and HCORIS is gonna get shut down right here, but not before he goes down without a fight. He's running for his life. He's running to the turret. Can he make it? Throws out a small knockup from the biggest snowball ever, but gets shut down.
That is huge for IKB. They're picking up the 700 gold shutdown there. That's amazing. Plus Mountain Drake coming up right now. The Ornn does commit bot though, so Aluoti does get some time to push, but I think definitely getting the shutdown and the dragon to follow, definitely worth.
So now it's going to be two dragons over to No Name 5, and they're going to go ahead and trade that top lane turret, but Key of Light goes aggressive here. Shockwave available for blue, but not going to use it. The Ignite comes down though, and Key of Light playing so aggressively. The Shockwave is finally here. They're looking for the follow-up damage. Key of Light forced the flash away. Here we go. That's the solo kill for blue.
Blue gets the solo kill there. Interesting decisions from Key of Light. He chooses to Rift Walk forward and then realizes that he's in a troublesome spot, and then he has to flash back, but it's not going to be enough, and Blue's going to pick up the kill anyway.
Blue with the fancy feet kiting that one out so beautifully. Every time the Rift Walk was within range, he was getting out immediately and punishing the Rift Walk so hard.
Yes, and definitely saved the shockwave for a point where Blue knew that Caston's Rift Walk was on cooldown, knowing that he'd either have to commit the flash or take the shockwave.
So we're at a point in the game where Cake and Kiyohime are able to 1v1 Half Korean in Respect at any given point. So if Half Korean looks for another Condemn play, then the fight will definitely be turned around by the bot lane of Goliath Esports Armored. There is some amount of disengage from Respect, but last fight he used that pretty aggressively up front. Alright, biggest snowball ever, gonna miss right here, but I believe, yeah, he picked up the Eye of the Herald, and we'll see where he looks to drop that. Did he end up dropping the first one?
I think it got sent top, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I want to say he got sent top because that turret is missing. It's just a Maokai, but Kiyome might get caught out here. Pillar comes out. Goaty Cake looking for the turn. Half Green activates the ultimate right here. Kiyome going to be the sacrificial lamb as his ADC gets away. Now Blue moving forward. That's a big damage. Absolute Zero not going to finish the channel. Shockwave gonna clean that one up. Now they're moving forward, looking for the mid lane tower as Key of Light moves back to defend.
Yes, definitely a good fight there coming in for No Name 5. It looks like they're going to be... Are they going to go for the Baron here?
Ooh, they're going to go for the Baron here. HC Obris is down for another 20 seconds or so. They're going to use the Blast Plant. The TP has already come out from Aluodi. Key of Light is on the flank right now, but they're going to go ahead and back off. The Pillar going to come out, but the Rift Walk is way too strong, like we've said. He is one slippery boy.
Yeah, no, they threatened the Baron there, maybe made it look like they were going to start it to force the TP out of Aluodi. I don't think Goliath Esports would have been able to contest Kaisa in the bot lane. They wouldn't have been in a position to fight.
The Goliath Esports Armored going to trade a tower for that pressure right now, and the gold lead still in favor of them. Here comes the biggest snowball ever, landing onto some minions in the mid lane. Now, Goaty Cake is pretty strong at this point in the game, has about almost a 50 CS lead over his ADC counterpart, completing already the Ginsus and stacking up his tier pretty nicely. The Roa at 7 stacks for the Kassadin, and things are starting to scale for Goliath Esports Armor, for lack of a better word. They are just starting to scale, and things are happening for them.
Yes, they're about to get their third tower. The gold lead has stayed about 3k. Goliath Esports has got some gold from towers, but No Name 5 has got some gold from trades. So it's evened out. Just a little bit of poke in the mid lane there, not going to amount to anything.
Now they are moving forward. The Rift Herald has already been deleted. Yeah, so now biggest snowball ever is being used towards the top side of the map to look for some farm right now. But other than that, it's the ARAM for No Name 5 as they move their Trundle to look for some pressure here. But the Nunu is on the side looking for the flank. The Cassins in the bot lane left unanswered. Keep in mind that Key of Light has TP right now, so he's going to be pressuring this towers with nobody there to answer him at this moment. They've pinged him out. I think they're going to send the bot lane over to defend. No? Who are they sending? Yeah, send somebody. Okay, finally, they're sending Castellan Crow to go defend, but some nice damage going to be put onto that tower already. And Key of Light actually might take this one. He has the Rift Walk to get away as well. Castellan Crow is a little bit too late, but the engage in the top side comes out. Now, Absolute Zero not going to be channeled. HC Obris not tanky enough at this stage in the game. Janna Ultimate knocks Aluodi back, but he is a tanky Maokai running into the backline. IKB is moving forward, but has to go down to the double kill right now. Ornhorn comes out, finds 3 actually, and moves forward once again. Key of Light jumps into the turret, goes for the kill, picks it up, but he goes down in return. Now Goaty Cake and Kiyome, the star bot lane of Goliath Esports Armor, gonna clean up this fight, and it's an ace for Goliath Esports Armored.
Yes, what a play there. It all started with Key of Light drawing the Ornn pressure there for the bot lane. He gets the tower, and then he's able to rotate to the mid lane quicker than the Ornn. He's able to flank the back and kill half Korean, and it just sets up the entire fight for Goliath Esports Armor.
Key of Light, keep this in mind, he just roamed over to the fight. He didn't even use his TP, when if he uses TP, he would have been there exponentially faster than the Ornn. Now the Mountain Dragon is up and available for Goliath Esports Armor to take. They have the position on this. IKB isn't going to be there in time for the steal, it doesn't look like, but wait, he's going to get there as it goes down. What can he do, though? He can't get over the wall. Going to drop the control ward and watch the dragon burn to ashes in front of him.
Yes, it's very important to note, as you said, that Key of Light kept the TP. He actually just roamed to the mid lane, so he's able to pressure the sides. But Ornn, the TP for Castellan Crow as well as is up now as well. So definitely able to see what they can do in the side lanes now. Both of them in the top lane currently.
So the Baron is still up right now. It's about 24 minutes in the game, 2 dragons apiece for each of these teams, but that's 5 turrets in favor of Goliath Esports Armored, and things are starting to run away for No Name 5. Now they have the Ornn upgrade items to catch up some of this gold, but it's probably realistically about a 3k gold lead or so. Maybe a 2k gold lead with these Ornn items. for the team. Now, they're trying to get some more EXP on the Castellan Crow so that we can upgrade some more items, but I don't think he can upgrade any of the Oriana items right now. Xtech GLP and Liandry's Torment are not on that list, I want to say, of Ornn upgradable items.
I do not think they are, no.
Yeah, so he might be looking for the Rabadons or the Ludens later in the game to get that, you know, upgrade some gold efficiency for him, but IKB might have gotten caught out here. Ooh, the Mountain Dragon gonna stop it, as well as the Pillar Castellan Crow. Gonna go ahead and dash away as the bot lane runs into him, but they're looking for the engage. Aliotti onto the big tank in the front line as they're starting to kite back right now. HCO Riz flashes forward, and he lands a big root, a shockwave onto 2 members. The Ornn Horn comes out as well, and Half Korean is just going wild in the backline right now. Nobody is getting onto him. They find the shutdown. Goaty Cake goes unstoppable as they start to move forward in this fight. They're looking for Goaty Cake. This is what they have to do right now, but he goes golden, and things are going south for No Name 5 as they start to get cleaned up on this one. HCO Riz and Kiyohime are the last ones remaining for their team. They're going to go ahead and rotate towards the top lane.
Oh my goodness, that Kaisa was huge in that fight. Same with the Vayne, but it's going to be the 3 for 5 for Goliath Esports Armored. That's going to equal another tower. They're going to go up 6-0 in terms of towers.
And that's another 3 for 5 that they've taken, and things are just starting to go in favor for them in these fights. The Kaisa absolutely insane in that fight, as we just discussed. But now the Baron is still up, and they can just keep baiting these fights over and over. No Name 5 has no option but to run into the Baron pit with all this vision control from Goliath Esports Armored.
Yes, this is definitely where the Kaisa starts coming online. She's got the Rage Blade Runons and the fully stacked Monomune there, the Seraph's Embrace. Or no, sorry, not the Muramana, sorry. And then it looks like she's going to get IE next, so it's going to be a lot of damage coming out from Kaisa.
And as the former gold capped MVP yourself, you know better than anyone how much damage Fed Kaisa can do at this stage in the game.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, I didn't think you'd bring that up, but yeah, definitely. Going back to my glory days, you know.
Yes, the glory days indeed, as HCO Riz not going to connect the biggest snowball ever, but Baron is still up. I believe that Goliath Esports Armored might head into that area and secure some more vision control and kind of choke out IKB and the rest of the squad so he can't look for a steal. You can see right now that they don't really have any vision in the pit. So things are looking pretty dicey. Half Korean just forced to stand all the way back, doesn't want to get picked off right now, but they could go to the Baron right now. They have just no idea at this moment. Goaty Cake actually going to take it back as HCO Riz picks up his Krugs camp. So next team fight should decide it pretty decisively for Goliath Esports Armored, but if the Vayne can actually pop off in this fight, they need to get Half Korean on. And they need to delete Goaty Cake at the beginning of the fight. That's their 2 win conditions. They need to protect the Vayne, and they need to have the Shockwave connect onto the Kaisa and just delete him.
100%. Half Korean is still a huge threat in terms of damage. He's got the upgraded Bork there with the Rage Blade as well. So if given the proper positioning and setup, he's definitely able to do a lot of damage in these fights.
So all this vision that has just been placed by No Name 5 is actually getting cleared out at this moment. They still have that far sight totem that they're going to place in the Baron pit, and they have that one ward behind the pit to see if they're like rotating from their base. But Key of Light getting aggressed on by Castellan Crow. If they see all these members of No Name 5 in the bot side, they're just going to go ahead and start the Baron, and this is exactly what they're looking to do as they move on to the Baron. The time is now. They're looking for the Mountain Dragon, but it might be too late. Castellan Crow going to TP in. Baron health at 7,000 right now. They're starting to move into the pit. Things are going low right now. The Ornn not going to be able to channel the ultimate, actually, as Aliotti goes on the backside. Now the Baron goes over to Goliath Esports Armored, but the fight goes over to No Name 5. They're looking for it. They're looking for the ace. Key of Light, the last one left. He's going on to Half Korean, but he's just going to get taken down. It's a quadra kill for No Name 5.
Oh man, I just said it. The Vayne was still able to do so much damage, and he comes up clutch in that fight. A quadra kill for the Vayne there. Definitely going to bring her back into the game. Going from 4-4 to 8-4. She is going to do a lot of damage in the late game. It's going to be amazing.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. This is what No Name 5 needs to get back in this game, and a quadra kill for Vayne will absolutely do it as they push forward. respawn timers are too low on Goliath Esports Armored for them to end at this moment, but they're going to pick up this inhibitor and they're going to pick up the Mountain Dragon, threatening the soul on the next Dragon take.
Yes, definitely. And all 5 members there for No Name 5 staying alive. It was a clean ace for them. They get the Baron, they get the Dragon, they get the mid inhibitor, and they have just catapulted themselves back into the game. They pretty much have the gold lead.
Okay, and now they are moving for Kiyohime, actually going to aggress onto Raspek. The tornado gonna land, but they're gonna flash forward. They're looking for this right now. Speed up onto Aluodi. He's gonna use the roots to get him on the way. The ultimate comes down, actually, and Raspek moves forward. This is a big disengage from No Name 5 and not a fight that they wanted to take. If they won the fight right there, then there's not really any objectives they can take immediately, but Aluodi might have gotten caught out right here. They're looking for the Ornn knockup. The Kaisa Void Seeker comes out just for some poke damage, and things are going to de-escalate for a little bit.
Yeah, they didn't really want to take that fight in the first place because Half Korean is up there farming in the top lane, but she comes over, but both sides just choose to disengage and reset.
Now GoDK gonna pick up the red buff. Keep in mind that both ADCs, we've been talking about Half Korean a lot. We've been talking about the late game Vayne, but the Kaisa is still online right now. It's a 4-item Kaisa. Doesn't have the GA passive anymore, but still a very strong ADC at this point in the game versus the 3-item Vayne. But you know, if Vayne's just allowed to pop off like that again, then this could go the way of No Name 5.
Yes, definitely huge setup, huge CC around the Vayne. For instance, the Ornn CC, Trundle Pillar, Orianna, Shockwave, things that A, can engage and B, can peel. So either way, I think that No Name 5 does have the ability to set up a perfect fight if they want to, and can let Vayne do so much damage in the back line.
And they are looking for the comeback right now. They're only 3k gold down right now, but the momentum's so much in their favor. They're pushing forward. Hold on, can we talk about this Wit's End on Ornn? What?
That's very interesting.
I don't know what, just the MR, you don't really need the attack speed at all for the Ornn. Is there a passive that I'm not aware of on Wit's End? Deal 78 magic damage on hit. Oh wait, he can heal while below half health? Okay. But total healing 0 for now. I think he just completed it, but what an interesting buy for Castellan Crow.
Yeah, it definitely caught me off guard. I mean, I guess the healing helps, and I guess the 78 magic damage helps a little bit, but still, I don't think it was an optimal item to buy, especially on the Ornn.
Oh, the shockwave about to come out right here. It's a big slow onto 3 members now. Half Korean actually getting engaged on the backline. He has the position pretty well right here. Key of Light goes golden, and he's still on the ADC. He's going to get taken down, though, as Half Korean keeps moving forward, putting out a lot of damage of GoDK. Look at him in the backline. Oh, my goodness. In there, still moving forward. Both these carries are alive, but the Condemn comes out too little, too late, as Castellan goes on to Aluodi in the top side. He knows that they are alone right now, and this is an Ornn versus Maokai. Ornn does so much more damage, but this will be a noodle fight for quite some time. He's going to get slowed up, but Blue actually might get caught out right here. The biggest snowball ever, going to connect into the wall, but he's trying to kite this one out. GoDK just needs one more auto to finish it, and there it will be. GoDK is back online. He's on a rampage. He's 9-2.
Yes, they're going to have to respond to the base. Super's in the base right now. They're all going back to get it. It's a good thing there's no objectives on the map that they could go for right now. The Gold League, though, being busted back open, sitting at around 5.3k, 5.4k right now. So definitely a worthwhile trade and worthwhile fights on the top and the bot lane for Goliath Esports Armored.
And keep in mind that Castellan Crow wasn't there for this fight. Neither top laner actually was there for this fight. And Half Korean and Blue actually need the extra front line. They can't just have the Trundle Janna peeling for them, because there's a Cassidon running at them. There's a Nunu running at them with the speed up from the Karma, that it's really difficult to get away from that. Having that extra CC, having that extra body in front of you and whoever's diving onto you is actually really helpful for this Vayne Orianna combo. And with both top laners absent in this last fight, it only benefits Goliath Esports Armored.
Yes, definitely. The 5v5 is still super close, but if it becomes a 4v4 where the 2 top laners aren't there, I think the momentum heavily favors Goliath Esports, because as you said, the Ornn just provides so much CC, so much engage and so much opportunity for Oriana and Vayne to pop off in these fights.
Goaty Cake actually has the GA passive back right now and built a Zanya's for some extra survivability. So it will be very hard, but after getting caught out in the back line, Key of Light goes golden, biggest snowball ever getting connected into the wall. Here comes the Ornhorn looking for some peel right now as Half Korean gets healed up pretty much to full. He's in the back line doing tons of damage, just steps up too far. Goaty Cake right there. He's gonna ult forward, but the GA is procced. It doesn't matter though. The rest of his team running over No Name 5. Castell and Crow the last one left. It's a triple kill for Key of Light. He's looking for the penta. Here we go. It's a penta kill for Key of Light.
Oh man, late game casted, we were talking about it. He finds the perfect flank in the red buff position. I think he gets blue, I think he gets Half Korean, he gets the two of them, and from there it's just cleanup. The pentakill for Key of Light, and I think that's what's going to propel Goliath Esports to this victory.
Goliath Esports pushing for the end right now. 13 seconds, 20 seconds on most of these respawn timers right now. We'll see if Raspek, the first one up, can go ahead and clear this minion wave and prevent them from the end right now. HC Obris is down. It's a 4v0 right now. It's the support. Key of Light jumps forward. So. I think this one's going to be it. They push forward. They're looking for the Nexus. Shockwave lands, but it will not matter as the game goes over to Goliath Esports Armored.
Yes, I think one of the biggest warning signs in the early game was Goliath Esports coming out with a 1,000 gold lead in about 10 or 15 minutes there. They are late game champions, and so when they got the lead early game, they just snowballed it into late. No Name 5 definitely brought the game back and had some really good fights, but overall it was mainly controlled by Goliath.
Yeah, it was mainly controlled by Goliath, but we have to apologize here on stream as No Name 5 actually won the match 2-1 in Goliath Esports Armored. We actually streamed the one game that they won, so definitely apologize to No Name 5, who still showed up big in this game and kind of showed what they were worth playing from behind. But we are going to take a quick break before we move into our second game of the day, which is going to be Sensei Squad Diamond versus Team Krugs. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to week 1 of the Blessed Isles Conference. This is the Diamond Division of the GRLCS, and I am Darren Mark Hames-Wynn here with B Pots, and we had an exciting first game of the day as Goliath Esports Armor took on No Name 5. Now, again, we have to apologize because No Name 5 actually won the series. The match on the stream did not reflect, the overall match score. So, congratulations to No Name 5 who picked up their 2-1 victory in the first week of the GRLCS.
Yes, definitely. No Name 5 picking up that series 2-1. From what I was told, it was a close series though, so it's good to see that. Are we gonna jump into our second game here?
Yeah, so our second game of the day is going to be Sensei Squad Diamond versus Team Krugs. Let me screen share that with you real quick before I forget, and we will get right into it now. Sensei Squad, keep in mind. Oh, let me go in game. So Sensei Squad is my former team, and this is the first split where they've competed in the Diamond division. So I am excited for them. In the Plat division, I'm rooting against them as I'm in the Plat division, but in the Diamond division, I'm all for it. Now on the red side, though, we have Team Krugs. In the top lane, we have Slicin. Yeah, Slicin on Shen. In the jungle, we have Danelle on Danel. Do we want to say Danel or Danelle? I feel like Danelle is a little bit more cooler. I'll go with Danelle. So Danelle on the Olaf, Daki on Rise, and Pickles Stir Fry, and Juju Smish Schuster on Braum.
Yes, and then on the other side, on the red side of the map, we have Virgin Jordan on the Cho'Gath in the top lane, Water Bear on Kane in the jungle, Fiction on the Ari, Boar. I think that's Boar on. I'm not sure if that's an O or an E.
No, that's Boar. Yeah.
Boar on Jinx in the bot lane, and then FB Jake on the Zillion.
So I think Boar last split he played on Crimson KC in the Plat division. Fiction, I believe he was Diamond. FB Jake was playing on a Diamond team that missed playoffs. Water Bear moving up from Sensei Squad Plat. I believe Virgin Jordan is new to the GRLCS, and I don't recognize any of the names on the blue side. So Team Krugs might be a team full of GRLCS rookies. We'll have to see what they are made of, as Daki already trading pretty aggressively on the Fiction right here.
Yes, definitely some trading in the top lane in the mid lane. In the top lane, two more beefy top laners, Cho'Gath and the Shen. It's going to be interesting to see how Shen's going to be able to impact the map with his ultimate.
Yep, the Electrocute Brock going on to Daki here, but let's go and talk about this jungle matchup. We have Olaf, a more traditional jungler in the meta. He can clear very quickly and gank very quickly. It was exactly what you want. Versus Kane, which is more of a farming jungler in this meta. Now, I can give you some insight on the previous iteration of Sensei Squad in Plat. I was on that team, and we would never let Water Bear pick Kane, or at least not very often, because Kane's just not very good and competitive. You don't see it very often. It takes a really long time to come online, and it's a little bit unpredictable. If he plays it incorrectly, he'll get the wrong Kane form that he was hoping for in the game, and I can even tell you how many times during scrims that happened.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem if he doesn't get the right Kane form. What I'm most interested in as well is this sort of, not necessarily wombo, but the synergy with the Shen and the Olaf there. Olaf can just run right at Boar, and then Shen ults right on the Olaf as well. So all of a sudden, Boar will have a Shen and Olaf on top of him, so it's going to be vital that he's able to space and kite properly.
Yeah, very thankfully he has the Zillion to be able to save him for that combo. And, oh, here comes the flash forward. He's looking for the rip. Charm lands onto Daki. Fiction on the run, however. Will he land the axe? There we go. One more. First blood going to go over to Daki.
Yes, first blood going over to the Rise with the help of the Olaf. Shen and Cho'Gath trading as well in the top lane. Cho'Gath lands the spikes, but it's not going to amount to anything there. Definitely going to be huge for the Rise, getting an early lead as well. He's another one of those late game champions that comes online in the later phase of the game. So if he's able to get a kill to propel him through the early game, it's definitely going to help him.
Now, Water Bear moving in for some counter jungle at the moment. He spots out Olaf in the top side right now over that ward, so he has a small opportunity to be able to farm, and this is kind of what you need to do on Kane. It's a very, dodge in this matchup at least. It's your goal to dodge the Olaf. You don't win any 2v2s or 3v3s or any skirmishes whatsoever, not even a 1v1. There's no hope for you, so you try to split the map and try to dodge him as much as possible. Some nice trading goes over to the bot lane of Team Krugs. He's gonna get slowed up. Some nice rebuttal damage, but Pickle Stir Fry still relatively healthy. He actually has the biscuits and the health potion still available, so they can trade pretty aggressively right here.
Once again, more trading in the top lane there, just to bully each other around for farm.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah.
Not until level 6 at least for Virgin Jordan. He won't have any kill pressure in this matchup, so this is all Shed levels 1 through 5. But as soon as it hits that 6-minute mark, there could potentially be some action here in the top lane depending on how Virgin Jordan wants to play it. Daki actually going to get charmed up here, but Fiction is about half health right now. Now, Daki was able to back early and pick up a Tear of the Goddess alongside his mana crystal, so he's able to put out a lot of damage just because Rise's base damages are somewhat high, and he's going to have the mana to back it up now.
Yeah, he's going to be able to spam abilities in the mid lane, get that tier stacking up for the Archangels there.
And keep in mind that he didn't even use TP whenever he backed earlier. He still has the TP available, so whenever he has another nice back, then he can actually match the Ahri right here. So Fiction is really, really hurting in this mid lane. And this is a very interesting Sensei Squad draft here because it seems like their composition doesn't necessarily synergize together that well. It's a lot of just comfort picks. We have the Ahri, we have the Kayn, we have the Cho'Gath, some off-meta champions that don't really have a similar win condition. So they aren't going to synergize together very well. They don't complement each other that well. But perhaps they're looking for some sort of pick comp with the Zillion CC, and then the follow-up Ahri and Cho'Gath, and trying to just delete somebody at the beginning of the fight.
Yes, Team Krugs there as well as your...
Oh! Yeah, the flash forward chomp from Virgin Jordan. He just hit level 6, and that's exactly what we were talking about. That's how he needs to play the matchup. Take a beating levels 1 through 5, but level 6 is his time to shine.
Yes, as well, right before that, the Daki and Pickle Stir Fry getting priorities in their respective lanes, and they went down and they took the early Cloud Dragon as well.
Yes, the first dragon of the game going to go over to Team Krug, so Mountain Dragon going to be the second one to spawn. It's going to be an Ocean or Infernal for the soul. Ooh, a double taunt. He's looking for it. He wants it. Throws out the Spirit's Refuge to block some of that damage, but it's all minion damage right now. But minions kind of hurting at this stage of the game. It's still relatively early, about level 6 for both these top laners. So Shen has access to the Stand United, uses the TP, so he's going to be able to match Virgin Jordan. But if Virgin Jordan decides to TP back to lane right here, which he shouldn't, then he's going to have the advantage in terms of global presence right now. So Virgin Jordan going to opt to hold his TP very wisely to be able to match the Shen Stand United later in this game.
Yes, Shen's definitely going to have the advantage, though, as the game goes on, being able to sort of alternate the Stand United and the teleport to get into the fight, so that he's always going to have that global presence, which will allow him to do things on the side lanes. Even with Rise, like Rise can be used as a big split pusher, so they're going to have a lot of global presence in these side lanes.
Now Virgin Jordan has a bit of a kill pressure in this match, as we said. It's past level 6. He has the feast available, so he's actually not using it on any minions right now. So we can see that he wants the kill on the Slicin, and he might just find the kill as he's pressuring pretty darn hard. Now Slicin actually picked up a couple longswords, opting for not. Ooh, Water Bear going low in the mid lane from a big combo from Daki, but Slicin opting for some more offensive items rather than the defensive items that Shen typically goes for. He's going to go for that Tiamat, but Boar gets slowed up by Juju here, and FB Jake might be the next target. He flashes forward looking for the stun on the Boar. The Boar is going to go ahead and get away right here, stun onto FB Jake, but they have not the ultimate available. They have the barrier to use, and they will use it. Some summoner cells traded in the bot side, but here comes Daki looking for the root. Oh my goodness, that was dirty. Daki moving forward again. He doesn't have the ultimate. He sidesteps it though. Juju tanking. He's waiting. They're looking for it. They want it, but FBJ gonna get away from this one.
Oh yes, and now Fiction's coming down to the bot lane to play as well. Really good flash there to dodge the Zillion bombs from FB Jake, but he couldn't quite pick up the kill. It's good though that he got the first kill with the Realm Warp coming in onto Boar. He got the blessing one. He's very strong now.
Hold on. Daki gonna be aggressed on right now, but Stand United is here. He's not gonna find the taunt. It's the flash away from Fiction, and Fiction being thwarted at every single move in this game. Daki just has his number.
Yes, and now Kayn. Kayn's getting the scuttle up there on the top side, and Jordan's gonna abuse that and get some plates. There's gonna be about 3 minutes where the Shen teleport's not up. So yeah, he's going to have to walk back to lane as he is, and Virgin Jordan getting a plate off that, which I think is beneficial for him.
So right now, I feel like Donnell should be up there in the top wave and clearing this entire wave that's just going to die to the turret right now. It's a lot more useful than his jungle camp EXP for sure. He would be severely ahead, I would say, of the Kane, and since Kane hasn't picked up any lane farm right now, so it put him ahead in that matchup. And then you get some gold as well, so some interesting choice to go for his jungle camp instead, but definitely not too out of the ordinary, I suppose, for junglers in amateur play.
Kane with that's just going to get the reset as well. Not much going on the map right now. Mountain Drake is going to be up in about 35 seconds there, so that's definitely going to be a point to contest. Shen's not going to have the ult for it, though, I don't think. So it's going to be... I don't even think he'll have TP by the time the dragon comes up. Virgin Jordan still has his, and so I think they're definitely going to pressure the dragon here.
This is the time for Sensei Squad to strike back in the early game, and I don't think that Water Bear, yeah, he hasn't gotten his form yet because he hasn't really visited any lanes. He's just been power farming in this earlier part of the game. Denel still has about 7 CS lead on him. That's going to be about, what, a camp or so. I'm sure he got some lane minions in there, so... not too ahead, so things are about even in the jungle right now, but they're moving forward towards the dragon. A bomb lands onto Pickle Stir Fry. He's going to jump forward and try to block some of that damage, but Water Bear is on the dragon. Denel is here. Realm Warp not available right now, but he is right here in the middle of the fight. TP comes out, Water Bear going over the wall, but actually going to use the ultimate to go on to the jungler. Now Ragnarok has been triggered. Fiction going to pick up the first kill. Charm goes on to Juju Smith-Schuster. Now Pickle Stir Fry is the next target. He's going to get locked up and taken down. Daki is here, going to dodge away the Rupture and get away, but that's a 3-for-0 in favor of Sensei Squad.
Yes, and as I said, the Shen's just not able to join the fight. He doesn't have ult, he doesn't have TP, so Virgin Jordan takes advantage of that, comes in, and they get a 3-for-0 as well as this Mountain Dragon.
So this Mountain Dragon gonna go over, so it's 1-1. Either Ocean or Infernal, we'll see it. It's gonna be the Ocean. Nope, yeah. Called it wrong. I believe, yeah, yesterday I played this game with co-caster Rexco Dragon. He called it wrong every single time, so we have one more game. I'll let you call it next game, we'll see. Do you want to see what the first dragon of the game first is, so you have a 1 in 3 chance, or call it right now for the next game?
The sole next game is gonna be Cloud, 100%.
Cloud, 100%. All right, let me think. I have to channel my power right now. I think I'm like 2 for 2 on the broadcast right now. So we could both be wrong, or one of us could be right. I'm gonna go ahead and say Infernal next game. But
I was hoping that this one was going to be Infernal, though, with the Jinx. If they had managed to get it, she would have been doing so much explosive damage, it wouldn't even be funny.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And Boar is still very much the win condition for the Sensei Squad right here. Being buffed by the Zillion in the fight is definitely nothing to laugh at, especially with the Zillion speed up and the Zillion ultimate to help him. But Virgin Jordan going to go ahead and clear out some of this vision topside around the Rift Herald right now. Now they're going to spot out Denel in the top side of the map. Water Bear has backed at this point. I still don't believe that he's picked up his Kane transformation, has he? No, he's Blue Kane, right? I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
Oh, wait, he has... Wait, I can still mouse over him. Let's see. So he has... It doesn't say. I think he's still regular. Darken?
Yeah, I think he's still regular as well.
Yeah, he's still regular Kane, but the gank coming in the mid lane. Gonna force the Ahri ultimate from Fiction. He's gonna go ahead and back away, looking for the charm now, moving forward, using that last proc of the dash from Ahri. She only gets 3, and that's her last one. Now Slicin getting pushed in the top lane, and Virgin Jordan starting to take over this matchup right now.
Yes, his ult just came back up as well, and he has a bunch of lane pressure, knowing that he can win trades easily. Training going on in the bot lane as well, but Juju Smith-Schuster is just going to jump away.
So what Kane transformation do you think would benefit Water Bear and the Sensei Squad most in this game?
Sensei Squad definitely has a lot of damage, so I think like the tankier transformation of Kane would be a bit better. As they go into the fight here, Pickle Stir Fry is going to get chunked out a little bit.
Yeah, Water Bear actually going to have to flash over the wall, and he's out of the fight now. Boar might have stepped up too far. The flash, Glacial Fisher right here, and FB Jake and Boar are on the run. Uses the ultimate to save his ADC. The double bomb not going to land, but slows up Juju.
They can turn this.
Yeah, they can turn this absolutely in the mid lane. Water Bear looking for the play with Fiction. Here they go on to Daki. He's not going to be able to turn this one around, and that's 1 kill over to the Sensei Squad.
One thing to note as well, I'm not sure if the Shen ult got cancelled there, but Shen was in the top lane and his ult just coming on cooldown there, so I think it was either for the shield, or it got canceled too late. But yeah, Shen's not in the bot lane.
Yeah, Shen's not in the bot lane. He still has TP, however, but Virgin Jordan, I think, probably stopped that with either the silence or the rupture. Cho'Gath has a lot of tools to be able to stop a channel, so either the TP or the stand united from Shen. So yeah, he's gonna keep the Shen up in the top lane a little bit for now, and if he's able to keep that up later in the game, then the stand united would just be useless unless Lyson literally just steps back. That's the counterplay. You step back out of vision, so the Cho'Gath cannot stop you.
The first tower of the game, however, is going to be going over to Boar. They're giving him some more gold. He's down about 25.
Oh, here comes the TP. He goes on to FBJ. Keep in mind that they don't have the Chrono Shift available to be able to save the ADC, but he's going to get out alive. They go for Boar instead. Now another kill goes over to Team Krugs.
Yes, Boar's going to fall there off the back of the Shen TP. Fiction's still doing quite a bit of damage as well. The gold is nearly even in this matchup despite Sensei Squad getting the first tower there. I think that Team Krugs is going to be able to get this though. Very possibly, yeah, they're going to be able to get the tower.
Yeah, a lot of the gold lead has been neutralized at this point because of the CS lead at mid lane and bot lane. That's about 30 in favor of Daki, and then about, was that 40? Almost, yeah, about 40 in favor of Pickle Stir right now. Now, gonna force Virgin Jordan off the tower right now, taking a lot of damage though. He might get in feast range soon, and they're looking for the dive. Water Bear on the way. He's trying not to give up this tower, but he's gonna be forced to. They don't know Water Bear is in the area right now. He's gonna walk all the way around, but they decide not to go for the dive. An interesting play from the jungler of Sensei Squad.
Yeah, they're just going to press off and give Virgin Jordan the solid tower gold there. Especially with Ocean Dragon coming up here and not knowing where Olaf is, I don't think you really want to risk it.
Most definitely not, but Pickle Stir Fry and Juju Smith Schuster, I'm just going to call him Juju for the rest of the game. So Juju and Pickle Stir Fry moving up towards the dragon right now, but their jungler is not there. They're going to have to give this one away, so second dragon for Sensei Squad. They are that much closer to the soul, but Fiction actually goes in. He dodges the charm, but the ignite comes out. He misses everything, but will be enough damage. The Jinx rocket not gonna connect, and Danelle looking for the engage. He jumps into the roots right now from the Jinx. Now Boar and the rest of the Sensei Squad pushing forward in this mid lane, but it doesn't look like anything else is going to happen.
No, definitely not there. Close call there with the Ahri ult and the Jinx ult coming out, but it's not going to be enough to lock down Daki there. He's going to get to reset and stay alive.
They're pushing forward, and I just want to highlight here the vision control for Krugs right now. So Sensei Squad has some nice vision on the top side, but that's literally all they have. But on the other hand, we have the bot side vision for Team Krugs right now, and that's where the dragon just was. A lot of damage going on to Juju here. But
yes, sorry.
You're good. So he's gonna have to back off pretty soon because he can't afford to stay and help for this next wave and threat of the Sensei Squad making a play onto him. But Stand United is available to save him if needed be.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the map is pitch black for Team Krugs there. Luckily there's no objective up that Sensei Squad could be forcing now, besides the Rift Herald. But yeah, the map is pitch black right now.
For either teams, they can't really step up past the river. You know, the bot river control going over to Krugs and Sensei Squad taking the topside river control. You can kind of see where either of these teams are putting their priority, but the Rift Herald is still up and available for either team to take. It's about 18 minutes and 35 seconds, so Rift Herald gonna despawn at about 19:45 if nobody goes for that. I think 19:45, something like that.
Something like that, just before Baron comes up.
Yeah, just before Baron comes up. It'd be cool if they had the animation. Actually, yeah, if you are in the middle of taking Rift Herald, then the Baron just comes up and swallows the Rift Herald or something like that. It's pretty cool. But Boar gonna go ahead and take that turret, gonna use the Jinx passive to get away. He is a speedy Jinx right now, about 40 CS down in this matchup still though.
Yeah, he got some tower gold though, so I don't think the gold difference between the two ADs is gonna be as big as it seems, but definitely the lead's still going over to Pickle Stir Fry. They're looking to go in on the top lane, but I don't think they're going to get that with the Shen there. Danelle's in the area as well if anything starts up.
So Danelle now pushing forward. The Rift Herald might be on the eyes of the Sensei Squad. It's about 30 seconds till that thing is gone, but they're going to go ahead and start that up. We can see that that there's no vision on the side of Team Krugs. They're going into this pretty blind, but they have an idea of the Rift Trail being started right now. They're going to look for the fight. Now, Daki doesn't have TP. It's going to be a 4v5 for them at best, so they're going to go ahead and give this one up. Water Bear going to pick up the Eye of the Herald, and we'll have to see where Sensei Squad drops this one. All the outer towers for Team Krugs are down right now.
Yeah, Sensei Squad pressures the top lane there and then just goes over to the Rift Tail, getting it right before it despawns there. And they're probably going to send it mid lane. Yep. Water Bear drops it right now to get some more pressure.
Yep,
the next Ocean Dragon is coming up in a minute 40.
So they're going to be able to push their pressure nicely and then reset right before this dragon. But the Ragnarok comes in. Stand United is here. Oh my goodness! He jumps up to the back line. Water Bear goes low. The Zillion ultimate going to keep Boar alive for now, but Slicin keeps going forward. He's going to flash onto Boar. Boar going to get taken down. If the Jake is the next target, he has the barrier right here. He's trying to bait it right now. Slicin looking for the turret dive, but Water Bear going to disengage this one. But a big play from Team Krugs to get them back in this game.
That's what you have to watch out for if you're on the side of Sensei Squad. It's just not a crazy Olaf running at you. There's going to be a Shen ult coming behind it to jump right on top of you and lock you down. So Boar, I think, had to get out of there earlier. And now Baron.
Yeah, they're looking for the Baron right now. Water Bear is a little bit too low to contest, but he's going to go anyway. He's been spotted out. He goes in for the steal. He's not going to secure it, though. That goes over the Team Krugs, and now they're looking for more. FBJ going to slow them down. The Ari ultimate going to come forward. The Charm is eaten by the Nell. They're moving forward. They pick up one kill on the FBJ. Fiction's the next target. He's going to get rooted up and taken down. The Super Mega Death Rocket not going to secure any kills, but this is disastrous for the Sensei Squad in the mid game. It's a 3k gold lead now for Team Krugs as they decide to push with this Baron.
The Sensei Squad just fall one by one by one. It was first Water Bear trying to go in for the Miracle Steal. And then after that, Fiction and FB Jake just hovering around there. FB Jake decides to go in, lands a double bomb, dies for it. Then a few seconds later, Ari tries to go back in to get a Q and maybe some electrocute damage, but she gets caught out as well. And as you said, the 3k gold lead, more than 3k now, going over to Team Krugs.
So now the Ocean Dragon is spawning. It's going to be a third dragon potentially for Sensei Squad, but it looks like Team Krugs are in position. They land the Glacial Fisher onto Boar right now, and they aggress forward. Virgin Jordan has been taunted up by Slicin, but the rest of the team of the rest of Krugs decide to go towards his Ocean Dragon right now. So they put the ward in the backside of the pit so they actually don't spot out that ward right there in the other corner of the pit. They're moving forward. Cho'Gath still has Beast available. Oh, Danel's in a bad spot. He has to activate the Ragnarok right now. And they're looking for the fight. He has the flank position, but Virgin Jordan getting locked up right now. Fiction looking for some nice damage. The Hextech GLP going to move forward and slow up the squad, but now the squad moves forward. They push now. Daki going to go on Virgin Jordan. That's going to be first kill of the fight. Daki now moving forward even more. Oh my goodness, man. It's a double kill. The splash damage from the Rise is insane. And the Super Mega Death Rocket going to land into them. Boar, the Realm Warp. Oh my goodness. No. Daki with the plays. He's moving forward. Danelle looking for the next undertow, and now he moves forward with the Baron push. There's two members down of Sensei Squad. This tower will surely fall, and what can Squad defend? Oh
man, Rise does so much damage there, getting the splash damage, getting the double kill from that. He's 4-1-2 with 217 farm, nearly 10 farm a minute here, and they're sieging the mid-inner tower right now. They're gonna get it, and they're gonna get the reset as well.
Definitely Daki showing up on this Rise pick. It will surely get banned in the future because he just does so much on this pick. Now Fiction moving forward, looking for the charm. Fiction just gets deleted. FB Jake running for his life, speeds up himself rather than his mid laner. Fiction had flash, but it doesn't really matter because he is dead now. 2-3-1 on the Ari, not having the greatest game.
FB Jake there had the ultimate ready for the Ari as well, but just couldn't cast it in time. I think they were surprised at how much damage Rise does, and it's only going to increase from here. He's going to be so strong in the late game.
Yep, as a Zillion player myself, I definitely feel that when not expecting so much damage to come out and then getting question mark pinged and getting your ultimate cooldown pinged in solo queue, it doesn't feel good, but in competitive, they're not going to flame you as hard. But Fiction definitely going to be a little upset at his support for not activating the ultimate there to save him. Could have done it.
Oh man, I'm still astonished by how much damage Rise is doing. He's up 80 farm now on Fiction there. soon to be 100. They've got the inner tower too, so they went from a 3-0 lead in towers to 4-3 for Team Krugs there. Bring the gold lead up to nearly 6K, I believe. 5K.
Yeah, about 5K now. The Baron is. Oh, I'm sorry. The Baron has already timed out. They're pushing as a 1-3-1 right now, sending Shen in the bot lane and Rise in the top lane. Nobody can really match the Rise right now, so they're opting to send Virgin Jordan there, who's going to be able to wave clear some. Glacial Fisher lands on the board. They're looking for it, but he doesn't throw up the shield soon enough. He's taking a lot of damage. Now he's going to go ahead and back off. The Undertow not going to land as well. Zillion bombs there to sway the rest of the fight. But a lot of pressure has been given away for free. Now Daki pushing in the top lane. His wave has gotten cleared out by Virgin Jordan, and FB Jake looking for the play now. He's moving towards the top lane, but I think they're going to go ahead and call this one off. I'm not sure what they're doing. Boar is now moving towards Daki. They might look for the play. They kind of have to. They're committing so many resources at this point. Rupture going to land. Daki making the play. Flashes forward. Looks for Boar. But the ultimate from Zillion going to keep him alive. Stun from Zillion as well. And the shutdown goes over to Virgin Jordan. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Fiction getting aggressed on. Flash from Slicin. Going to pick up the kill onto Fiction. And that's a 1-for-1 for either team. Both mid laners being taken down in the process.
That was huge for Virgin Jordan, though, getting the 1,000 gold shutdown onto Daki there. He's going to be able to get a huge buy off that.
Now Daki, yeah, I wonder what he's going to buy. He has the Amp Tome right now. Not going to go for the Rabadons, perhaps. What would he want? Lyandries, maybe? I don't know. Rylai's? Doesn't really need Rylai's. I don't know, we'll have to see what he picks up. He's going to pick up a Ruby Crystal, so potentially the Rylai's or the Lyandry. Alright, now stun lands on the 2 members. Nell aggressing forward on the Virgin Jordan. Gonna go ahead and force him back. Glacial Fisher going to land on the 2 members. Slicing. Now kiting away. Water Bear trying to make the play right now. The TP has come out. He's gonna find the stun onto Virgin Jordan. But now he moves back. Rupture lands onto 2 members. They're looking for the play right now. Stand United onto Juju Schuster. And the Rupture actually lands on Daki. He's going to get taken down immediately in the beginning of the fight. Now they're pushing forward. Virgin Jordan looking for the ADC of Team Krugs. He's going to flash over the wall. Can they turn this one around? What? He looks for the blast. What? The Rupture going to pick him up. Now Water Bear aggressing forward onto the support jungle duo of Team Krugs. Going to use the ultimate onto Juju here. He pushes forward. The Ragnarok has been activated. They're trying to turn this one onto Water Bear, but the Undertow is not going to be enough to slow him down. Now the Zillion using the Hextech GLP to try to slow up Team Krugs as they aggress forward and look for this fight. Juju Schuster might get taken down by Boar, but they're going to go ahead and back away. Dragon spawning in about 20 seconds. The carries of Team Krugs are going to be back in time for this, however.
Yes, Daki just dies at the start of that, so he isn't able to do any damage in that fight, and then after that, it's just Sensei Squad running them down. Cho'Gath went so fast there, got onto Lucian. I don't know what was going on there with the Blast Cone, but Virgin Jordan was able to lock Pickle Stir Fry down as the next Ocean Dragon comes up.
Yeah, so it appears Pickle Stir Fry decided last second he wanted to take the Blast Cone over instead of joining the rest of his team. So he jumps forward and just takes a feast to the face.
Oh, they're starting Baron?
Yeah, but they're going to start Baron. They're trying to trade this one. Oh my goodness, Sensei Squad making the wrong call right now. The Baron's just going to go over. They don't know what's happening at all. They just have the dragon vision right now. They're going to say, hey, we got the dragon. Nice. Oh my goodness, they got the Baron, guys. So Baron goes over the Team Krugs. That's the second Baron of the game. Keep this in mind. And last time they had a Baron push, they used it fantastically. I think they pushed, no, never mind. They just pushed down like 2 towers.
Yeah, but it was such a good call there from Team Krugs, knowing that Sensei Squad would come down to the dragon. They decided to just sort of throw it in the air and look for the Baron play. They were able to burst it down there with the help of Pickle Stir Fry. And now Team Krugs is wearing purple.
Yeah, Team Krugs is wearing that purple armor right now. They're pushing in the bot lane with Slicin on the Shen. Now, he is actually kind of fed. We saw the last time they matched Fiction with the Shen that Fiction actually got solo killed right there. So they're moving forward, Baron buffing the minions. They're opting for a 1-3-1 again. We'll see if they can try to pull this one off this time. Last time they kind of butchered it quite a bit. They gave up a lot of pressure in the bot side when they didn't necessarily need to. They need to crash all waves at the same time, ideally, to split the pressure across the map and then potentially move for a dive onto either of the side lanes. Now, Danelle moving. He's looking for the play right now. He's just walking around the jungle, actually going to pick up the blue buff of the Sensei Squad. but things are starting to slow down as this Baron push is being set up right now. We see FB Jake in the bot side to match Slicin along with Virgin Jordan. But now Daki's left on to his own devices in the top lane. Now Water Bear going to move forward to push there. But this wave clear from the Sensei squad is looking pretty nice right now. It doesn't look like Team Krugs are going to be able to find anything with this Baron push at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Jinx has a lot of wave clear there. Kane's still able to decently wave clear, not really, but Daki just doing a bunch of splash damage. Looking for the charm misses.
Yeah, the charm misses because of the knockup. The Shan United is here. Waterbear gonna use the ultimate to stay alive, but the taunt comes onto him anyway. He's gonna get taken down. Now Fiction is the next target. They're gonna use the Rise Splash Dam to come back. Charm going to land, but they're looking for the dive now. They're committing to this top lane. They know where the mismatch was, and Waterbear making the play that kind of just loses them the game at this point. They're pushing forward with Baron. It's a 5v4. They can find the fight right now. They still have the Ragnarok. They still have the flash coming up soon from Slicin, so he's going to look for the play. They're jumping around, making the moves. Cannon minion hitting the turret, knocking it down piece by piece, but things are happening now for Team Krugs, and things are happening fast.
Yes, the gold lead now at around 7,000. That was such a good sequence of events for Team Krugs there. They bring the fight up to Daki when Daki was the one that didn't have the teleport. Had they have fiddled around bot a bit more, Daki wouldn't have been able to join unless he wanted to commit that Velmorph. So by drawing attention top lane and getting the Stand United up there, Daki was able to turn that and start the push.
So now Team Krugs backs. They got the Baron earlier. They gave up the Dragon, and the next Dragon spawning about a minute 50. Now this will be sold for Sensei Squad if they can manage to get it. But the gold lead is so massively in favor of Team Krugs right now after getting the pick onto Water Bear. They didn't end up getting that inhibitor tower though. They stopped the Baron push early. They know that the side of Sensei Squad has too much wave clear to be able to get onto that turret, but that was really when they needed to force. I believe that they could have gone for the dive under the inhibitor turret. It was 5v4. They have some pretty strong members. The flash coming up soon from Shen would surely secure them at least some initial CC, and they could try to burst either of the carries before the fight begins. Now the Twin Shadows coming out from the Zillion. He actually, yeah, I didn't even notice. He had Glacial Augment the entire time, so that's why he built the GLP and now the Twin Shadows.
Good to note as well that the next Ocean Dragon is coming up in a minute, and that's going to be sole point for the Sensei Squad. So if they're looking for a way to get back into this game, the Ocean Dragon could be a start.
And they are trying right now. They secured the scuttle pretty early, and they're moving their members into the bottom river. However, Slicin is in the top side. The Zillion is being sent to deal with him, actually. 45 seconds to this dragon. They have time to rotate the Cho'Gath up, who has the TP, to be able to match him and then match the global presence right there. But Fiction lands the charm. Ragnarok not going to be triggered immediately. But Fiction jumps forward again. Juju lands the slow. Here we go. Ari going to jump over the wall, but Virgin Jordan just going to stand body block for his team as Daki picks up the blue buff. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage in this next fight if left unchecked. Now he picks up the Morellos for his fourth item, not the Liandries or the Rylai's, as I have tried to predict, but massively failed. But Fiction's on the top side right now. Oh my, Sensei Squad, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you send... Okay, so Cho'Gath should be in the top lane right now. He has TP, so they're just going to go ahead and give this dragon away for free because Shen has Stand United. He can join the team in an instant, and Sensei Squad cannot contest this one. They're going to go ahead and give that one up, but they're looking for the fight afterwards. Glacial Fisher going to land onto one. Water Bear has been caught out right here. He gets rooted up, goes into the wall to heal. Undertow and Flash are going to force the flash from Water Bear. Now they're looking for some more. They're chasing forward. But the Ocean Dragon for now just goes over to Team Krugs.
Yes, definitely. This is going to be a 7-dragon game, meaning that we're not going to see the Elder unless the game goes to about 45 minutes. I hope we see an Elder, but I don't think it's realistically going to happen. As you said, they should have sent the Cho'Gath up to the top lane because Shen was pressuring that, and they had the Ahri up there who couldn't really contest the Shen, in my opinion. So I think Cho'Gath was the better option, and they pay for it by having to give up that Ocean Dragon there.
So at some point you have to cut losses and decide what you need to train, and Sensei Squad decided to not cut any loss. I mean, cut the losses in the form of the Ocean Soul. They didn't want the Ocean Soul, instead trying to save their inhibitor tower. So sending Fiction up to the top lane, which has been the call many times this game. We've seen Fiction versus Slicin, the Ahri versus Shen. many times for whatever reason. Like you said, I don't believe that the RA is a good match for the Shen. Even though mostly, actually no, he has mostly MR at this point. He has the Merc Treads and the Spirit Visage, just has the Chain Vest and then the Warmogs actually. I'm not sure if he has enough health for the Warmogs passive at this point in the game. Perhaps.
I'm not sure either.
Okay, I don't know what I would look at to check that. I would have to do some quick math, but me as a caster am too lazy. Baron is up and available for Team Krugs to pressure right now, and doing that they are as they're pushing off Water Bear from this objective. Now they're gonna spot out some of the members right here, and they might just trigger the Ragnarok. They might have to. They're being forced into a hard situation right now between a rock and a hard place, but Sensei Squad being pushed back right now. Daki pressuring the side lane. They're opting for the 1-3-1 again, and this just hasn't been that successful for Team Krugs.
No, it hasn't been successful so far, but it definitely has the opportunity to become successful. Once again, Virgin Jordan can only be in one lane at one time. So the Shen or the Rise is, I don't want to say unmatched, but they're going to get a lot of pressure in the top lane or the bot lane here, and they're going to be able to force the objective, especially with Rise pushing up top. They can move to the Baron afterward if they wanted to.
So absolutely, both of these solo laners are pushing the side lanes, and they have globals to an extent. So Rise with the semi-global will be there in time for the Baron, but they're looking for the pick on the Water Bear here. Double knock-up on the two members. The stun goes on to the support of Team Krugs. He's in trouble. Glacial Fisher comes out. Stand United is here, but it's on the wrong target. Olaf jumps forward and gets deleted by Board. Meanwhile, on the backline, Daki picks up one. Fiction is the next target, but has a zillion ultimate, but is run out. He's run out of time. Fiction is going down. Now they're pushing in for the top inhibitor turret as Slicin actually gets canceled with the Stand United right there by Virgin Jordan. Neither top laner was in that fight, which only benefits Team Krugs with nobody there to peel for Boar and Fiction. Now they're pushing forward. Realm Warp is coming out. They're looking for Boar, but they're gonna get rooted up for now. Triple Rupture right here. He's looking for it. He flashes forward for the beast, but it's not gonna be enough damage. He's gonna get taken down. He has to get punished. Now the inhibitor going down for Team Krugs, and they're going to move forward. They're looking for the end right now. Boar is the last one left. There's 10 seconds on the Zillion. FB Jake about to respawn. They're gonna back off for now, opting to perhaps go for the Baron instead.
Yes, Water Bear is just coming up now as well, and Fiction coming up in 10 seconds. I think Team Krugs is at a point now where they don't have to make that big of a risk to try and go for the end. They're easily able to pressure Baron and take Baron, and I think they're trying just to close this one out as smoothly as possible.
So now they are going to reset. Squad has a little bit of time to move into the Baron area. Now, most of the vision is still in favor of Team Krugs, and it's pretty hard for them to just move into the Baron bit. They cannot afford to lose a single member at this stage in the game, because they will surely lose the game and the Baron. I guess the Baron and the game. So now they're moving forward. The control word is in the pit. No, there's no control word in the pit, actually. It's right behind the pit, I want to say. I don't know.
I believe,
what is this?
Yeah, I think it's right behind the pit.
So it's right behind the pit, not allowing Team Krugs to get any vision behind there. But the next dragon, this is the Ocean Soul right now. This is the granddaddy of all ocean dragons. It's going to be 15 seconds until that baby is up on the rift. Now they're looking for a pick before the dragon here. This is very wise for Team Krugs. They are at the stage of the game in which they can do this, forcing them back. The Slicin versus Virgin Jordan on the top side. He's pressuring him pretty hard. Stand United is still available, but he got canceled last time. Keep that in mind. Now Ragnarok has been triggered. They go on to FBJ. He's gonna have to use the ultimate on himself to stay alive. Now Water Bear being forced back. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. Pickle Stir Fry jumps forward. The QSS has been triggered. FBJ, the next target, is a double kill for the ADC of Team Krugs. Now they push forward. The other toad not gonna land, but the TP coming out.
Trying to end.
Yeah, they're going to try the end. The double TP coming out right now. They go on to Virgin Jordan, but Virgin Jordan is kind of tanky. He's kind of doing a lot of damage with Slicin going to taunt him up. They're going to take him down very quickly, but Fiction is on the way. He's going to try to hold the game. The rest of the Sensei squad is here. They're pushing for the end. Daki moves forward, looking for some damage onto Fiction, but he's in the safety of his fountain for now. But oh my goodness, he just deletes him in this fountain. Boar's the next target. Sensei squad has been wiped. It's an ace for Team Krugs as they close out this game and pick up their first win in the GRLCS. Welcome to the GRLCS, Team Krugs. We're lucky to have you here.
Daki just doing so much damage there at the end of it. You said the safety of the fountain, but Jinx is safe nowhere on this map as long as Daki is up. He just obliterated her in the fountain.
That was absolutely dirty. But we are going to take a quick break as we move into our third game of the day. It's going to be MSU JV versus EXT. We'll be right back.
언제든지 내 모습 매직 단 한 번에 내가 잡아 절대 기죽지 않지 펴펴 네가 뭘 알아 근데 수없어 원해도 원하는 게 얼굴에 보여 I'm trouble and you wanting it I'm so cold when I move that way you gon' be so blown I'm the realest in the game said I'm on fire with the blade you're about to hear my name ringing in your head like whoa so keep your eyes on me now 무엇을 보던 좋아할 거야 we're so tough let's get it show you out Can you feel the rush now? Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. Like we try, but we gonna wear the crown. You could go another round, 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 round. Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down. Go hard, till we get it, we go hard. We're so in it, we pop stars. Only winning, winning now. Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down. 난 멈추지 않아 Oh, we go hard Oh, we pop stars Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down Like we try, but we gonna wear the crown You could go another round, 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 round Wish you luck, but you're not bringing us down Go hard, till we get it, we go hard We're so in it, we pop stars Only winning, winning now Ain't nobody bringing us down, 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 down
Alright, there we go. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to week 1 of the Blessed Isles Conference broadcast. Now, in the first 2 games today, we saw, Sensei Squad versus, I'm blanking right now. Let me look. So Sensei Squad versus Team Krug. So Team Krug took that one in a 2-1 victory, and then No Name 5 in our first game of the day took down Goliath Esports Armored. Actually, the game on stream was the Goliath Esports Armored 1 win, but No Name 5 took the series in a 2-1. Now we move into our third match of the day, which is going to be MSU JV versus EXT, and we have some returning players on I think on both teams, actually. Let's go ahead and get started. So on the blue side, we have EXT. It's going to be Reptar in the top lane. On Ornn in the jungle, we have Chameleon Jax. On not Jax, but Jarvan the fourth, we have Fissure. Yeah, let's go with Fissure. Yeah, let's go with Fissure with Rumble in the mid lane. We have Hallucinate and Curb Stomp on Misfortune Zyra in the bot lane. Oh, I muted you. Hold on. There we go. I got you right now. There we go. Go for it.
Oh, you didn't want to hear me cast the third game. Over on the red side, we have Team MSUJV. In the top lane is Changeling 23 on the Gnar, Marika on Shyvana in the jungle, Damola on Malzahar in the mid lane, and then Bruof and Fenrir I think, 05 on the Lucian and Nami.
So Reptar, as we can see, did not buy an item along with his refillable potion. He's just sitting on, let's see how much gold he has. Yeah, he's sitting on 350 gold right now. We'll see if he notices and backs, but he might not. Or wait, he's Ornn. He could buy it in lane, right? No, not until a little bit later, though.
Yeah, not until a little bit later, though, but it definitely could be good situationally to forego the first item.
Yep, an interesting strategy for sure. Not one that I've seen before, but we'll have to see how it works out for Reptar. The previously plat cap top laner for Reptar and the Wild Ruggies has moved up to diamond capped with, I think, Curb Stomp, his brother. I want to say that's his brother. So Curb Stomp and Reptar leading this team. Curb Stomp taking a one split hiatus as he decayed down to diamond so he could play in the GRLCS, previously hitting Masters in the last season. So now he is back joining us for the spring 2020 split. We are excited to have him back. Now, in the past, he was one of the best supports playing on what is that team? It's Player John's team. They're back like every single split. It's like DC Decay, Player John. Shoot, what is their name? He played on that team last time he was here, and they were pretty darn good because Curb Stomp and Tien Sama is their ADC.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I blanking on their name? I face them like every single split in Diamond. Oh my goodness, that's going to kill me. Chat, please help me whenever you get the chance. But some aggression going on. It's a nice level 2 trade for the strong bot lane of EXT. This is exactly where we want to look. It's Hallucinate and Curb Stomp as the star carries of this team. Reptar on the Ornn, not going to do too much, especially against the Gnar, going to get bullied a little bit in this matchup.
Yes, I do have the stream open on my second monitor here. I have two things to report. The first is that Reptar is saying that foregoing the items on the Ornn was intentional. And secondly, I think the team was Unlucky Ascension.
Yes, no, Unlucky Retribution.
Retribution.
Yes, Unlucky Retribution, but some nice trading onto Changeling here. Gonna get knocked up, and Reptar actually moving forward because Chameleon Jax is here. Flying Drag not gonna land an excellent hop away from Changeling, gonna keep him alive.
Yes, didn't even have to burn the flash there, so he's gonna get out of that one pretty much unharmed with just some HP going down, but other than that, no big sums burned.
No big sums burned for now, but they're pushing forward in the bot lane. It's a pretty aggressive lane, and already about 8 CS down is Bruof on the Lucian. The Lucian Nami is a pretty solid lane, honestly. They synergize very nicely together. Nami can empower the Lucian and deal some nice damage to boot with it, but Changeling gonna jump away from Reptar. He's gonna go unstoppable. Chameleon Jackson's here. Oh no, he's gonna have the flash right there. The flag and drag not going to connect, but he is due for a repeat gank one of these days.
Interesting to note as well, in the bot lane, Fenrir is cleanse on the Nami this game rather than a summoner like Ignite or Exhaust.
Yeah, so he opts for the cleanse, perhaps, really respecting Curb Stomp on the Zyra. It is one of his best champions. He tends to play very aggressively in that bottom lane. Yeah, previously playing picks such as, but the Tom Kench, though, for Tien Sama on Unlucky Retribution, so he has many styles, but definitely prefers that. But Damola going to get engaged on in the mid lane, gonna force the Flash Chameleon Jax, making moves in the early game against this Shyvana. Now, Shyvana not typically a ganking jungler, so you're not going to see too much from her in the early game.
Yes, definitely. 2 flashes blown already on the side of MSUJV thanks to Chameleon Jax impacting the top and the mid lane there. The first dragon.
We had the
Infernal.
same thought at the same time. First Dragon's going to be Infernal Dragon. So I believe you said, oh darn, I called Infernal. That means I'm already wrong. So you have a chance of being right unless the next one's going to be Cloud, then we are both wrong. But first turret plating is going to go over to Hallucinate. It's going to be the solo plating actually, since Curb Stomp has already backed. Now we'll see if Shyvana opts to go towards the dragon right now. They have a little bit of vision control on the bot side, but they haven't spotted out Chameleon Jax on the top side yet. But it looks like Chameleon Jax really wants to gank top lane again.
The MF Zyra lane in the bot lane just pushes and pokes super hard. They were able to force Lucian and Nami back there, and they were able to secure their first tower plate. So I think they're able to get priority like pretty much whenever they want in the bot lane, which is going to make it easier for pushing for objectives like Dragon.
I'm curious to see where this I don't remember whatever the mana item is. It's not a fairy charm. Perhaps it's a fairy charm, but Brewoff going pretty aggressive onto Curb Stomp here. That's the power of the Lucian Nami lane, able to aggress so frequently. Fissure has hit level 6, has access to the equalizer at this point in time. But the control word is here. Here we go. Chameleon Jax gonna find Chameleon Jax. What was that? The Flying Dragon not gonna land, but does it really matter? It doesn't matter. Wait, he's gonna get away! He's gonna get away! Changeling, he's out! No! The Q from Chameleon Jax gonna secure the kill for him. He doesn't deserve it by any means, but he's going to get it. A big wave crashes into the top laner of MSU JV as well, and he's gonna lose a lot of CS and experience for that.
Oh man, I was honestly hoping the Jarvan swag pull to come in at the end to take down Changeling, but the Q works just as fine. However, as you said, I think that situation should have been avoided in the first place with the EQ from Jarvan.
Now they're pushing forward. A lot of lanes winning here for EXT. Now MSU JV is in a pretty tough spot in this early game, especially with the Shyvana jungle. She is up in farm, however, against the Jarvan, because the Jarvan is going to be ganking a lot in this early game. It's pretty natural for that to happen, but Dragon is still up and available for either team to take. Perhaps it will go over to MSU JV and they'll be able to trade back something in this early game. Curb Stomp might have been in a bad spot. He's going to flash away. The Scorch not going to get him, but here comes the Shyvana. The Dragon is here and here to play. Curb Stomp the next target. Here we go. 1 kill over. Reptar has TP'd now. Ornhorn going to come out, but here comes the equalizer to knock up by the Ornhorn, but now Damola is going and get engaged on under the turret. That's gotta hurt for MSU JV. They thought they had the play, but they just couldn't make it work.
Yes, Reptar actually teleporting down from the top lane, seeing that Changeling didn't have his teleport up because he had to come back.
Oh
lane.
my goodness.
God.
Wait, he's doing it!
There's
Chameleon Jax is doing it! He
Oh,
finds the
man.
double!
Chameleon Jax with the Jarvan double kill in between the 2 towers. Blue Steve's going to get another play from that, and it is just going downhill for MSU JV.
What a disastrous early game for MSU JV, as the support for EXT actually goes towards the top lane to pick up a wave, while Reptar is on the way. Just used the TP, so he's going to be a little bit to lane, but has the unsealed spellbook, so can swap that out for another combat summoner perhaps against Changeling. Now Changeling is 1 kill down in this matchup, but still about 13 CS up in this matchup just because of the TP that was just expended by Reptar.
Yes, I was hoping there for a second that we get a hint of the 8-minute LCS lane swap, but unfortunately we're not going to see that this game.
Yep, it's a little bit too early for that just because the Infernal Dragon is up, so neither team really wants to give that up or trade for the Rift Herald necessarily. But Fissure making moves at the mid lane, now 2-0 on this Rumble, found a beautiful equalizer off the TP play. Now he's pushing in Damola. We'll go with Damola for the rest of the game. So he's pushing in Damola.
That's an A.
Yeah.
No, that was an E.
Yes, yeah, that definitely is an A. So Damala is getting pushed in here on the Malzahar pick, which is traditionally a pick that doesn't get pushed in, but Rumble is a pretty good counter to the Malzahar because he can play pretty aggressively on the wave, especially now that he got so much off of the bot play. Then he's pretty strong right now. Already has the Source Boots complete as a big power spike for the Rumble, who does really well with magic penetration. So he just pushes forward every time Damala, gosh darn it, he pushes forward every time Damala wants to step up and just kind of bullies him off the way.
The top lane and the jungler for MSU JV, they're actually gonna pick out America here.
Yeah, they're looking for it. Finds the knockup, finds the dunk with the Cataclysm, and that's another kill over to EXT. Chameleon Jax 4-0 in this early part of the game, but the Rift Herald just gonna go over to EXT. They're gonna start that one up as Tsunami Bubble lands. Actually, Curb Stomp is the target. Tidal Wave lands. Oh my goodness, they canceled the bullet time with the Tidal Wave.
Yes, just a interesting sequence of events there. Curb Stomp using the stopwatch from the Mastery there to help save himself with the Zyra ult. The MF ult gets stopped after about one wave because of Nami's ultimate there. So
yep. The Fissure gonna roam down to the bot lane. Equalizer gonna zone them away, but now he's rooted up. Both bot laners go down. A beautiful dive from EXT as Repstar moves forward. They're looking for the 1v1 right now. Changeling lands the big Gnar ultimate, but the Oranhorn going to land. Changeling gonna stun him up and flash away, but that is a flash expended from the top laner, and he might just get a visit paid by Chameleon Jax, who's going to drop the Rift Herald in the top lane.
Yep, Gnar can't respond now. He doesn't have TP either. Probably about until the time he gets back to lane. So this may very well, in fact, be first tower going over to EXT as well. A 4,500 gold lead 11 minutes into this game.
And this is just absolutely picture perfect for EXT. They didn't get the first turret of the game. Actually, no, they got in the bot lane. So their bot lane is playing just so aggressive. The skirmish went in their favor. It's just natural that they get the tower, and then they actually get the tower in the top lane too. And this is just two opposite sides of the map that are winning so hard for EXT right now. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with and making a great showing in week 1 of the GRLCS.
Oh yes, they're playing so well right now, executing dives perfectly, ganked perfectly for the most part, besides that first Jarvan EQ there. But other than that, the game's been going very smooth for them. They've got a major gold lead. I'm surprised they haven't taken a dragon yet, to be honest.
So it seems like they are playing more bots or top side of the map right now. So their bot lane seems very self-sufficient. They've been pushing in this whole time. They've found like a nice little TP play. They found the skirmish, but not really playing towards the bot side. So it's natural for them to not actually get the dragon. They opt for the Rift Herald instead, which is the top side objective. Now they rotate their ADC over to the mid lane, gonna pick up a solo plate for himself. Fissure not in range or not contributing to the plating at all. So now the first dragon of the game, now that they have some bot side control, is going to go over to EXT. It's going to be the Infernal. Oh my goodness, that's got to hurt.
Oh man.
No, man.
0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, 0 for 2. Neither of us able to predict the dragon's soul. But now we push forward in the game. Reptar trading well onto this Gnar, but still a little bit down in CS. It's only 2, so it doesn't matter very much necessarily. I'm sure he's up in gold as well because of the 4 assists he has, but Changeling trying to keep him as much in lane as possible.
The first tower as well is contributing to that gold lead as well. All the lanes for EXT are winning right now. They just have to play a clean game and snowball to the win at this point.
We'll have to see if MSU JV can make their comeback right now. So they have not necessarily a scaling comp at all. They don't have that much going for them in the mid game. But the Shyvana is a big shining point. So Shyvana has the Runic Echoes power spike. I think it's Runic Echoes now, yeah. So it has the Runic Echoes power spike. That's a really big power spike for any AP jungler. So going to be doing a lot of damage in this early part of the mid game. So hopefully playing around the Shyvana could do them some good. But it's going to be really hard to engage onto EXT. They have a lot of counter engage with the Zyra. But now Shyvana has found a pick in the top lane. Ornhorn gonna come out looking for the knockup on 2, but the dunk is here. Chameleon Jax gonna use the Cataclysm and pick up another kill. Equalizer dropped in the mid lane to push Damala back.
Yes, definitely. It looked like it was going to be good for MSU JV, but then Chameleon Jax shows up again and finds the kill onto the Shyvana. Just so much going in their favor right now.
So now they're just pushing in the mid lane turret, and this is just textbook from EXT. Finds the route onto the Nami, actually. Hold on, they're gonna trade back a kill. There we go, that's what you need to get back in this game. A little bit, at very least, a little bit of over-aggression from Chameleon Jack's gonna cost him his perfect KDA.
The gold lead still sitting at about 6.4 thousand right now, so there's still a long way to go for MSUJB. The flash from Demola, though, flashing right past the Zyra route, getting the kill onto Curb Stomp.
Now Demola picking up 2 kills for himself. The Malzahar now a shining spot for this team. Fairly catching up to Fissure. A little bit gold down. Let's look at the gold values. It's gonna be a little bit sad, but it'll be nice to look at to get some perspective. So the smallest gold lead is in the mid lane for Fissure. He only has 600 gold or so on his opponent, but everybody else has a pretty considerable lead on their counterpart. The biggest lead being the Jarvan, I want to say, if I can do some correct maths.
Yep, I think it's the Jarvan here. The mid lead and the bot lead are both, or sorry, the jungle lead and the bot lead are both pretty close, but I think the jungle edges it out just a little bit. Top as well, up 1,000.
Yeah, and support up about 1,300. So things are looking pretty nice for EXT moving into this later part of the game. But it seems like things are starting to progress forward. They're not really holding back right now. They're trying to push their lead as much as they can. They're pressuring these waves, and they're trying to choke out MSU JV. Now, this is going to be a pretty tough game for them to get back into, but not impossible, as we see a little bit of over-aggression from EXT is exactly what they need to punish at this point in the game.
Yes, EXT can play pretty confident at this point, but they still have to respect MSU JV, knowing that if they were to slip up, MSU JV can't capitalize, similar to the way they did in the previous tower dive.
So now they are starting to push for the Ornhorn, looking for the dive onto the Mola. Now Mola gonna get knocked up. Gonna go golden though, has the stopwatch. Does it really matter? Oh, it does, because he's gonna get out. No, Curb Stomp comes in with the Ignite auto, but he might just get taken down in return. There we go. America picks up the return kill, and now they are pushing forward. There's one member down on each team. America moving forward. That's a lot of damage. Tidal Wave actually gonna stop Chameleon Jax in his tracks, but the Gnar going to knock him back as well. They might just turn this around. Cataclysm on the backside picks up one. They're looking for more. Double kill for the ADC of MSU JV, but he's getting autoed down by Fissure. Heal comes out to try to keep him alive, but how much longer before he gets just torched by the Rumble? But Changeling, one more auto will do it. He's jumping forward. He doesn't have the jump.
No.
He cannot do it.
4 for 4 on both sides as well. I think if you're MSU JV, I think you're going to take that one, honestly.
You definitely should take that one. That's the best you can hope for in one of these fights, and not really getting a ton of shutdowns. I think there was a shutdown, the MF and then Ornn that they got, but Chameleon Jack moving forward. The flag and drag will land this time onto the top laner, and Curb Stomp gonna pick up his second kill of the game.
Yes, this Jarvan, similar to the Nunu in Game 1, has very active, not only in these fights, but in the laning phase as well, helping propel his lanes to the big leads they have now. He's definitely one of the biggest impact, or he's definitely contributing probably the biggest impact to EXT's lead at this point.
Now Chameleon Jack's going to start up this Cloud Dragon, second dragon of the game, so that means the soul is either going to be Ocean or Mountain. I'm gonna let you redeem yourself right now. What will it be?
I'm gonna say Ocean. It's gonna be
Oh, you got it. It's Ocean.
Yeah, I said it a bit too late there, so people probably think I'm cheating, but
yeah. But that's okay, I believe you. So now we move forward with this Ocean Rift. Some more honey fruit plants spawning, some more brush spawning as well for both of the teams here. A lot of brush will benefit EXT right now because they're so ahead. They can kind of just wait into these bushes and bait out MSU JV to walk into their jungle. So now they are pushing forward. We can see that a lot of the farm is being denied, or at least the jungle farm is being denied by EXT here as they start the second Rift Herald, looking to push forward for this one with the end and potentially break open the base, but has been spotted out by the far sight totem.
yes, I don't think it's going to matter though at this point. All 3 outer turrets are gone for the side of MSU JV, so wherever this Rift Herald goes, it's going to get an inner tower, and it's going to be probably this place where EXT is going to try and end this one out.
They're pushing this wave into the inner tower right now. It's going to get cleared out pretty quickly. They have Malzahar and Lucian to stop it, but the Eye of the Herald going to be crushed right here, right in front of the tower, just taunting them. They know there's nothing they can do to stop this one. They're trying to do some damage to it so they don't lose that inhibitor tower. So it's going to get the knock onto the inhibitor tower potentially, but America actually looking for something here. Reptar going to get caught out without the charge.
Oh, it doesn't go.
They stopped it. Let's go MSU JV. Not losing any damage on their inhibitor tower for now, so not much can happen more in this game without that Rift Herald. They break open one inner tower, but not anything else. It looks like MSU JV is grouping up, looking for a team fight as well.
Definitely. There's nothing really to play for now except the Baron that's going to be spawning in about 5 seconds. If there's going to be a team that wants to get cheeky and try it, I think EXT is going to actually try and force it here once they get priority again from the lanes.
So a lot of damage coming out from Fissure on this Rumble. I'm curious to see like how much damage he actually did this game, because I feel like it's way more than anybody would expect. But between the Liandries on Fissure and Curb Stomp, there's a lot of DPS going out in these fights, and to be able to burst somebody on the composition of EXT, exactly what you want to do as MSU JV, you don't necessarily win these extended fights due to, you know, just the Rumble and the Rumble and Zyra damage over time.
And I mean, the side of MSU JV, they have a bit of pick potential. They have the Malzahar ult, they have Nami Bubble if they want to, so they definitely have the means to pick out someone like this Fortune or Rumble if they overstep.
The means to succeed on the composition of MSU JV, as the Baron has been pinged out by EXT. There is no vision for MSU JV. Oh, they have just the one ward, I think. Yeah, they're gonna know that the Baron has been started up, but how much time do they have as the vision goes so dark for them? The Mola going to push in. Here we go. The Ornhorn coming out. Not going to land onto the jungle. He's looking for the steal, but America not able to make it into the pit right now. Now they push forward with the Baron. They're 5-man grouping in the mid lane. Reptar gonna buy himself another item as he has the upgraded Sunfire Cape and actually builds I wonder what the Black Cleaver upgrade is called. The Obsidian Cleaver. There we go. That makes... yeah, I guess that's a creative name for it. The Obsidian Cleaver being built for the jungler of EXT. And he is one very strong Jarvan right now. Typically, you don't see junglers get so far ahead in this game. But this is the second game today that we've seen a jungler just get absolutely massive.
Definitely. He's going to be tanking. He's going to deal damage. Both things that are going to threaten MSU JV here. He's going to be able to jump on the back line. He's going to be able to stay alive for quite a while. He's got the Sterex, or he's building into the Sterex cage, I should say. Plus the heightened stats on the Obsidian Cleaver. They're definitely going to be a problem for MSU JV.
So we can see that Changeling 23 is pushing in the top lane. I believe he's played in Diamond Cap before. I recognize his name. Maybe I shouldn't recognize his name, but I recognize his name. So, not a rookie to the top lane, but getting bullied out a bit by the EXT squad. Now, dunk forward. He's going to flash away. Equalizer going to come out to zone them away from this inhibitor tower. Now, Flash has been burned by the ADC of MSU JV, so this is going to be pretty scary as they push forward for this inhibitor. They're going to grab this one pretty much uncontested at this point. Where Changeling stacking up his Gnar passive right now. He's going to go Mega fairly soon, and when he goes Mega is when MSU JV wants to fight. Now, third dragon of the game looking to be picked up right now by EXT.
Yes, EXT getting themselves nearly a 10k gold lead. I think it's at 9.5 right now, and they're going to be on Soul Point after they take this dragon. Ocean Dragon certainly going to help the champions like Jarvan and Misfortune sustain this fight.
So I'm very curious how... So in my experience, how has the game shifted from, you know, preseason to now? Because I feel like in preseason the game was very snowbally.
Yeah.
And right now it's become to a point where it's very difficult to close out games. And we've seen, I guess, yesterday we saw 2 7-dragon games. Today we saw another 7-dragon game. Now going to the Elder in the, I believe it was second game of the day. Yeah, Sensei Squad versus Team Krugs. Didn't go to the Elder. But games are getting later and later, so what has changed in the game to make, you know, the game shift in such a meta?
I think one of the biggest things that has made it change and go longer is that there's priority being taken off the early dragons, and if you're a team that wants to play through a split push or play through a top lane, it's okay if you give up the early dragons, because if you're stronger late game, then you'll be able to take the late dragons, and then all of a sudden, the first two dragons that don't even...
Oh, just 1 second. Nethergrass goes out on the Fissure. The Cataclysm comes out, forces the flash from the mid laner of MSU JV. They're going to find the flag and drag onto the Shyvana, and the Ornhorn's going to come out. That's a lot of damage. If they find it on the Malzar, they're going to pick it up, but they cannot.
No.
Bullet time going to go wide as well, and MSU JV stay alive for now.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like, for instance, if it was MSU JV that were the two first dragons, like, they probably wouldn't even matter, because EXT would have played for the top lane, they still would have improved the gold lead, and then possibly fights around Dragon Pit that would help snowball the game, because early dragons were so important, are being avoided now because teams would rather trade for top or trade for Rift. And so there's definitely an emphasis though being put on the later dragons, especially the Elder Dragon.
So now we can see that EXT is pushing in the top side of the map. They're grouping here actually as the super minions are pouring into the base of MSU JV. They're going to have to send somebody to clear that one out. But Changeling is mini for a while. I believe he just went Mega and then just transformed back. So it's going to be a little bit of time, but EXT definitely slowing the pace of the game down. They do not want to make any mistakes in this week 1 matchup.
No, I mean, if EXT, they don't even have to play perfectly, as long as they just don't make any mistakes. Like, they're on pace to close this one out. Next Baron's coming up in 1:30, and then the Soul after that's coming up in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So, I mean, if there's a path to victory, the path goes through those two objectives.
So the red buff being denied by Reptar right now. We can see that EXT has reset on the map, and they're moving to prepare for this Baron right now. As you said, it's spawning in about a minute at this point. So did he just equalizer? I think he just equalizer.
Yeah,
They're looking for the
did.
engage on the Changeling right now. The Ornhorn going to land, but no follow-up damage. 2 ultimates burned from EXT, and this is kind of what MSU JV need in terms of a fight. They need to get these key ultimates down and perhaps win a fight. And this is their time to strike.
And I mean, those 2 ultimates are vital in helping setting up Hallucinate there for the bullet time. Horns all provides the CC, and Rebels all provides the slow and damage. So without those, I don't think that the fight for EXT is going to be nearly as strong as it was before. Now, they certainly do have a 10k gold lead, so in terms of items, they're still really ahead.
Yeah, they're still really ahead, and the Molten Edge being built for Hallucinate is going to make him even stronger than before. Now they're pushing forward right now. The ultimates are still down, both the Equalizer and the Ornhorn. Changeling has gone Mega, but
Rooted though.
He's rooted, takes a lot of damage from the bullet time. Reptar moves forward. Ornhorn and Equalizer, or Equalizer's come up by now. Ornhorn just a little bit more time, but they're going to turn back onto the Baron, and since Changeling has gotten jumped out, he has no option but to return to the fountain to heal up. Shyvana going to get caught out right now. Chameleon Jack's taking a little bit of damage. Spell Shield popped from the Mola. Now Reptar going to take the Blast Cone in. The Ornhorn comes out, rooted up. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of damage, but he comes in a little bit too soon. Not going to secure the Baron, and now they push for the dunk onto the mid laner of the MSU JV squad. Now Bruoff running for his life, going to use the Culling to try to kite out some damage. Gonna flash away, and he's gonna try to get away from this one. He might just, as Reptar moves in towards the bot lane. Perhaps they look for the end here though. There's only 2 members of MSU JV remaining, and they have the Baron buff.
Yes, as soon as Shyvana jumped into that pit, I think that the side of EXT, they just stopped DPS on the Baron completely so that Shyvana, they focused on Shyvana so that Shyvana had to smite for health, actually, which helped him secure that Baron. Reptar is going to be caught out, though, but he's so tanky that he can just have his way in the bot lane here.
Now they're splitting their push across all 3 inhibitors right now. Reptar going to pick up the bot inhibitor, top inhibitor already picked up by Fissure, and the mid laner looking to be picked up. I think they got it. Yeah. So now triple inhib for EXT. This is all but over for MSU JV. Just one more fight will end this game. They got the Dragon Soul as well. So MSU they're just sitting ducks right now. They have absolutely no options. We'll see one more fight, but a fantastic showing so far from EXT.
Yes, definitely. EXT definitely looking like top contenders in this Blessed Isles division. The gold lead now spanning more than 12,000 gold at about 30 minutes. It's just crazy at this point.
It is absolutely crazy, and MSU just looking to hold on right now. America waiting in the bush, but might get caught out by Curb Stomp, wisely spotting it out with the plants. Gonna put out some damage. Desired damage, not doing too much at this stage of the game, just about maybe like a 12th, or maybe like a 15th of the health of Shyvana, but they're pushing in the mid lane. They have the double super, they have the Baron souped up minions, and they're pushing forward with Hallucinate. Hallucinate doing a lot of damage at this point in the game.
Yes, if there is a way MSU JV claws back, I think it involves the Elder Dragon, but I don't think that EXT is going to let the game go that long. They're trying to end it now. They get the root.
Here they come. The Oran Horn comes down. Nami tidal wave from the backside. Cataclysm going to use to peel, but does not matter. All the damage coming out. America coming out just a little bit too late in the Shyvana Dragon for the Mole. The next one to fall. They're looking for the dive. Curb Stomp going to get taken down by the Fountain Laser combined with the Nether Grass, and EXT absolutely stomp MSU JV in the week 1 of the GRLCS.
Oh, what a game there from EXT. Literally everything done perfectly in terms of the Jarvan impacting the early top and mid lane to securing the objectives and winning the fights. Like, they just did everything and put on a show here in this game 3.
An absolutely beautiful showing. We'll have to see how they face in week 2. Now we can look ahead at the week 2 matchups for both of the Diamond divisions. Now the Shadow Isles is going to be GSM Diamond versus George and Gromp FTR, and then Peter Time versus Perp and Black. I believe so. Both Peter Time and Perp and Black are 0-2, I want to say. Yeah, 0-1. So they both lost their game in week 1. George and Gromp and Gecko Slammer. Gecko Slammer lost week 1, and George and Gromp won week 1. And then Return the Millsticks versus Dog with Hat Gang. And Dog with Hat Gang won their week 1 match, and Return the Millsticks also won their week 1 match. So we'll see who remains undefeated in this conference. Now the Blessed Isles division is going to be No Name 5 versus Team Crux. Goliath Esports Armored versus EXT, and Sensei Squad Diamond versus MSU JV. Now, which matchup are you most excited to see next week in the Blessed Isles Conference?
I mean, I'm excited to see EXT. If they played like they did here, they're definitely going to put on a show. I mean, yeah, like, I don't think any team right now is going to be able to contest EXT. They look unstoppable, but I mean, if we're looking for a close game, I think No Name 5 and Team Krugs are definitely gonna come down to the wire. They both won their week 1s, I believe.
Yes,
yeah, they did.
Yeah, they both won their week 1s, and so we'll have to see who stays undefeated going into week 2. But EXT, surely a top contender for the Blessed Isles. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go undefeated at this point, honestly. They looked absolutely massive in this game, and I don't know if any team will have the tools to be able to stop them. Definitely a dominant showing in the week 1 of the GRLCS.
I remember too, back when they were doing the scheduling stream as well, they said that a lot of people said they'd be surprised if a champion comes out of the Blessed Isles division, but I mean, EXT, I think they're definitely going to be a top contender.
Yeah, if there were to be a champion coming out of the Blessed Isles division, it surely would be EXT. If they go undefeated, they will get that bye and have a very favorable playoff seeding, potentially facing against the top teams of the Shadow Isles, which would be pretty much Dog with Hat Gang, maybe Gecko Slammer Armageddon, Return the Millsticks Diamond. Those are my predictions for Shadow Isles, but it's still very early in the split. It is double round robin too, but just based off of the wins last week. Or I'm sorry, yeah, the wins yesterday. I casted the games yesterday. It's looking like those teams are quite beautiful at this time. So now we'll have to go ahead and call it for the broadcast today. But I've been Darren, Mark Hames, Win here with B-Pods, and it's been a pleasure casting for you today. Tomorrow will be Conference A, I believe. Man, what? It's like Lunaris or something. Yeah, Lunaris of the Platinum Division, and then Friday at 5:30 will be the Solaris of the Platinum Division. So please tune in later this week as we broadcast our Platinum matches, and you guys have a great night.